and there's a few things to be confident about in life and proud in life. I was writing a few things down after this week and thought I'd jump in here, put a little live video going on. I haven't done this in a while because it's been change and shift and growth, and I like the background here. I'm helping a good friend out in sobriety coaching, being a living sobriety coach now, life coach, recovery coach, things like that. And life changes. A lot of things change in life. A lot of things happen in life. A lot of challenges in life. A lot of reflection in life. And there was a part of discussion that came up in some of the coaching I've been doing about confidence in yourself and being able to change and grow and live and being able to make that shift in life and make that change in life and face those challenges in life. And I'd like to say that change is a part of challenge because there's that shift in there. It's a part of the word, but it's also a part of life. And you have to be confident in yourself, even during the hardest times, even during when you're shifting in life, when you're changing in life from who you were in life to who you want to be in life. So the hardest part is we don't know who we're going to be completely. We know who we want to be. But when change occurs and hardship occurs, then we start blaming or we start getting out of that growth period and we lose our confidence and we don't know what's going to happen if this happens or when this happens. There's change because that is a part of it. The hard times should fuel us to grow. The hard times should bring us together as with friends and family, those that are true friends and true family, those that love us, those that want to be a part of us, be a part of our change in our life. We have to understand that they will be there. There is hardship and we must grow. I took some notes down from earlier in the day about being confident when. Now, that part again, I want to see the win, then I'll be confident. I want to change, then I'll be confident. I want this, then I'll be confident. I want this to happen, then I will be happy. Then this will be over. Then I won't be so sad or depressed or anything about change. So that change in challenge is coming from the ability within to go now and grow now. What's up, Tim? And King Ethan, what's up? And so a lot of the confidence comes from what we have to predict will happen, not what is happening. So if you want to be confident about yourself and who you want to be, you have to visualize who you want to be, who you are, and take those steps, take those notes, take those actions, and not say, I'll be happy when I win the lottery, when I do this, when I do that. I'll be happy when this happens, when that happens. I'll be happy if and when, I get the money. And then what do they say about lottery winners? Like in 3 years, what, 90% go broke, 3 to 5 years, something like that. So there's a big part of change that we know will occur. We're going to lose things. For some, it may be divorce, it may be, losing yourself financially, starting over in life. A lot of things have to happen in order for the new you to grow. The new you has to come from within you, through you, for you, by you, in order to go now and grow now. The confidence that I had to instill in myself when I was changing was difficult because there was a lot of people in my life that were saying, you can't do that. You can't sober up. You can't change. You can't grow. You can't be this. You can't be that. Because they knew the me, the old me in me that died within me 13 years ago was an old me that didn't want to live, that wanted to drink my way out of life, that wanted to drink my way into insanity. So I'm speaking to the crowd out there that is not just alcohol or drugs, but the shift, the change, a relationship maybe, growing up, getting out of the house for the first time, 18 years old, getting married for the first time, 25 years old, getting divorced maybe for the first time, like me, 32 years old, going and growing through a shift and change in business and a career. Anything that you go through and grow through, you must be able to establish that new confidence before it happens in order for it to happen. So if that makes sense, make it make real sense, dollars and cents in order to achieve success. Then now, in order to achieve that, you must own the moment of now, and then you have won the moment of life. Now own one. N-O-W. O-W-N. W-O-N. Own the moment of now and you won the moment of life. So in order to win out there in the future, win in here personally, in you daily, with affirmations, with meditation, with prayer, anything and everything you want to do personally, have it go now and grow now in you, through you, for you. Angie is asking, what are we talking about? We're talking about life in those areas, life in the areas of change, life in the areas of way to face change. When we went through lockdown, for example, a lot of people, I'm sure 90% or more, hated that. And in some weird, different way, I was welcoming it because I knew in 2020, when we went through lockdown, that was my time to write a book. That was my time to face challenge. That was my time to change. What was your challenge in 2020, 2021, 2022? Whether you got COVID or not, but remember, you lost your ability to drive. You lost your ability to go outside. You lost your freedom in life. The biggest shift in life happened for me when I experienced that, but I knew that as from in 2012, I was in jail for a DUI. I had lost my freedom for 6 weeks. I had lost my freedom for 42 days, is what that was. I had lost my freedom for 1,000 hours. I had time to count it in jail. So when you lost your freedom in 2020, what did you feel happened to you? How did you lose your freedom? How did you feel? You couldn't drive, you couldn't go outside. I use that as an example to be appreciative in life. I was thankful in life. I had time to write a book in life. I had time to grow in life. I had time to get sick in life. Got COVID really bad. Lost a friend even in 2022, sadly, to COVID. So what you went through and grew through back then, understand the command to expand lies in you, through you, for you, by you, with you. The new you has to go now and grow now. That time period, many people gave up on life in a sense like, this sucks, I can't believe that, and they complain. This wasn't the worst time for me. The worst time I would say was losing all my freedom and being in jail. So when it happened, you can see on my channel here on Coach Stephen Rudolph, all other areas. I think there's one called The Command to Expand. And I videoed that in June of 2020. And I was saying thank you over and over again. Thank you. Thank you for the hardship that I went through. Thank you for jail, institution, near death. Thank you for the DUI. Thank you for divorce in a crazy way. And I became more appreciative and I was able to write a book and I was able to change and I was able to face those challenges. Even with this man behind me, Michael Jordan, getting cut from his sophomore year of high school in basketball. If you heard that story, that's kind of a unique story because he learned how to take the failure in life, what was looked upon maybe at that time as a failure, and use it as fuel, your fuel to grow, fuel your way to success. Let me know those challenges and changes in life, and everybody else that's out there saying, what's up? There's some Angie, there's King Davis, some other people out there. Please subscribe, like, and share, and let me know what your challenges in life are, what you're facing in life, what you're doing about it, how you're being appreciative in life. Always go now and grow now, and be thankful in life. And this guy is in my screen background, for example. He's on a weather balloon going crazy up there, sponsored by Red Bull, right? And he's going to jump off and just enjoying life. And that is thank you to the 1,000th power. Thank your way to gratitude, to the magnificent power of being thankful that is full of thanks 1,000 times every day. Peace.